Welcome to the Foreo Call. Here we share your skincare tips and tricks. So subscribe and let us know in the comments what your skincare routine looks like, because you might be our next call. Hi Ana Maria.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm well, really good. Thanks.
Are you nervous?
Just a bit, yeah. It's the first time I'm doing this, so
Okay.
yeah.
It will pass by.
Yeah, it's good that it's something that I like about talking about skincare, so that makes it a bit easier.
Great.
Yeah.
So for the first part, you can introduce yourself to us.
Yeah. So I'm Ana Maria. Anna, you can call me. My friends call me that. I live in Finland, but I am from Romania. I've been living here for quite a long time, and I have my skin is normal on the combination side, a bit more oily. Actually, when I was a teenager, it's been oily, but it's just like progressed into combination, and nowadays I think I'm more in winter type. It's like a normal skin type. Yeah.
So you're a lucky one.
Yeah, well, in summertime maybe not so lucky because I get quite oily, my T-zone, but yeah. But the oily thing comes with the acne, so that's not the lucky side.
I have the same problem.
Yeah.
When sun comes out and temperatures are higher, I have
Yeah.
all like breakouts and oily skin, and my
Yeah.
pores are bigger. So the winter time is my time too.
Yes, winter time I think it's easier.
Yeah.
You just focus more on hydration, and I feel that in summertime you need to more exfoliate. At least for me, I feel my face all the time so full of stuff in the summertime, so I always need to cleanse and exfoliate. That helps my skin.
Okay.
But, yeah.
So the second question is, have you ever had any kind of skin concerns?
Well, as I told you, when I was starting teenager, I guess everybody starts to be more conscious about their skin in their teenager years. I was on the oily side and I had pimples. And it was more, I get like 3-4 pimples on my face, like bigger, red ones, the hormonal ones. And I still have them until this day, the hormonal acne that comes to me in that time.
Did it affect your self-esteem at that time?
No, actually no, it didn't, because I guess at that age we all had some pimples on our skin, and social media was non-existent, so it was easier. Easier for us, I guess, not pressure, not so much peer pressure, but then nowadays I think children have it a bit more difficult.
Yeah, I agree. So social media really has a big effect on our life and our self-esteem and confidence and everything like that. And in the past it was much easier because you didn't have Instagram and didn't see the all girls with the perfect skin in areas.
As we know, social media is so tricky because people tend to use lots of filters and lots of filters, and then it's not a reality.
Do you use filters on social media?
People seem to forget that a lot, that when you see somebody online, it could be that it's very different in reality, because these filters nowadays are really something. You're like a different person.
And what would you say, what makes you feel good in your skin?
If it goes from your inside, if you feel good inside, your inner peace, because if you feel good inside, you feel good outside, but clear skin always does the trick. For me, it's a good makeup. You have a nice makeup, good outfit, and your favorite heels, and I guess that makes your day. So it's a combination of things that it makes you feel good. But if it goes from inside,
and do you think
you feel good inside and in the head, yeah. Because if you feel well, and if you're peaceful, and if you're relaxed, then you can see it on the outside too. Yeah.
And do you think that your makeup is enough, or skincare should be the primary thing?
Oh no, skincare comes first. Makeup is just something you add on a special day. Like now, I almost never use makeup, just a bit of BB cream maybe sometimes. But of course, you must take care of your skin. That's what should come first.
And
skincare first.
And what your skincare routine looks like?
My skincare routine is quite extensive because I'm rapidly going through my 40s, so I am taking good care of it. For me, very, very important is cleansing and exfoliating. I cleanse 2 times a day. I can a bit talk you through my routines, like my AM and PM. The mornings I start by cleansing. I use this. This is one of my favorite brands actually. It's Huxley. It's a Korean brand. I cleanse the face with the gel. Then it's in the morning I use vitamin C. Then it's toner, vitamin C, cream, and of course the sunscreen. That is the most important. And also I put lots of importance on my eyes. I use the iris every morning. And then if I have time in the morning, I just maybe apply some BB cream. In the evening, I tend to do a bit more things because I have more time. And I double cleanse. Even if I don't wear makeup, I do double cleanse because the sunscreen it's thick it's on your skin and you need to take it off. So I use an oil cleanser. Then I use a gel cleanser with my L'Oréal Luna 3. This is one of the greatest things that you can have. Then I use a toner. Then I use a retinol. I use retinol as a serum and I use as a eye cream also. Then in the evening I use this little toy that it's a time control and it has a light and orange therapy. It's an anti-aging. It's a must for me, I use this Huxley a mask. It's very hydrating. Then in the morning you wake up with really nice skin. Otherwise, I do exfoliate like 3 times a week. I use a lot of chemical peels. Those are my favorite because when I was a bit younger, one of the biggest mistakes I could do for my skin as having acne-prone skin was using a washcloth. I think that I destroyed my skin by using that. Just read online and people saying that that's really good because you clean really well and exfoliate in the same time. That was a very big mistake because I just moved the bacteria all over my face and then the friction and all that, it gave me so much irritation and so much more acne because I just took the bacteria from here to there. So that was the biggest thing I could do. I would say that if you have acne-prone skin, do not use a washcloth. And what I did something very important for my acne skin was to change my face towels every day.
Okay.
I use one every day, then I change it. Because again, it's the bacteria that you just move it all over the face. So I do use, of course, I use the microcurrent. This is one of my favorite also, and that is very good for anti-aging. I do gua sha also. Well, I do, you name it. You name it, I do it. I really love all the gadgets and everything. I think it enhances your skincare. Of course, we invest in good skincare, but then if you have a good gadget, then it's even better. Then I think one of my favorite from you guys is the Espada because of my acne, and it's really great because if I can feel having hormonal acne, you can feel it a bit under your skin beforehand. So if I feel it and if I treat it, then my pimple goes away maybe in a few days. Otherwise, it can be 2 weeks of pimple there and irritated and red, and it really hurts because that's the hormonal acne. You cannot do anything else.
And
but
how often you use Espada?
Espada, I use it every time I feel that the pimple comes. So it's usually like a few days per month because my pimples come just before that period. So I use it because it's 15 seconds or 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Yeah.
So I use it 2 or 3 times per pimple. But for me, it's easy because I get only 2 pimples. I get 2 or max 3 pimples, so that it's like easy. I just walk in the house or do something and
just hold the Espada.
exactly, yeah, yes. So yeah, Espada it's a godsend for me. It helps me a lot, and I did notice that if I touch that pimple just before it like comes out, if I catch it just before, then in 2-3 days it's gone. If I treat it, so yeah, that is great.
Thank you so much for that comment, because I don't think that there's a lot of people who use Espada, and it's really important to let them know how to use it and how to deal with the acne and how it can help us.
Yeah. For me, it's a very good tool. So if you have acne, I would definitely recommend it. From what I've tried, I've tried many things. For example, for acne, what everybody says is use acid salicylic. For me, it doesn't work. I can use that, but doesn't do nothing for me. Acid lactic and many other ingredients they say you can use. And the thing is that you should try them because we are all different and our skin reacts differently. So maybe for you it works, but for me it didn't work. So blue light therapy for me really worked, and Espada really worked.
The great thing is that you found a solution that suits you the best, and we are really happy that Espada is that solution. So I would like to know, how much time do you spend on your skincare routines?
I think in the morning it goes not more than 10 minutes, and in the evening it depends what I do also. It can take from 10 to 15 minutes. Of course, if I have those evenings when when I want to treat myself and I want to do like an extensive facial, that can take half hour or depending what I'm doing. But yeah.
And because you are so skincare junkie, I can see that. Do you recommend products, devices, or anything else to your friends or family?
I've been recommending Foreo for a long time, and then in skincare devices, Foreo is #1 for me, obviously. But I did recommend a lot of skincare from Ordinary. It's the DCM, the bigger company. It's the DCM, the Ordinary. I actually have here one of my favorite products from them. It's the glycolic acid. That it's an exfoliator that it removes the dead skin cells that is very, very good for your skin. DCM, I recommend trying lots of stuff from them because they are so cheap also, so you can experiment and try lots of stuff from them. Foreo, I've been saying to people that you should have at least 1 Luna. that should be the minimum. And then you do you, because everybody knows their financials. But I did recommend at least go with the Luna Foco. I think that is a very, very good device. I've been using that for I had it for many years since it came up, and that was very good. With the skin analyzer, that was very helpful. Yeah, but Luna 3 obviously is way better. You have the massages also. So that's a good update. But it depends on your needs and of course on your financial power.
No, if you can choose, the better solution is Luna 3. But if you don't have that opportunity to choose, whatever device is good one.
Yes. Yeah, I would go for Fofo. I think Fofo is a very good. You get a really good product for the money, and it's an intelligent brush, and it can help you a lot. I think Fofo is a good one. Yeah.
And when we talk about skincare, would you say that skincare is also self-care?
Yes, definitely. Yes. Through skincare, I take the day off from me. It's usually I have my own Spotify playlist with the music, and it's just taking the day off and taking the cream and taking everything what I have off and just taking all my thoughts away. And yeah, of course it is. It is. And self-care actually, and self-care is one of the most important things for me, and it does include the skincare routine. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And how does your self-care looks like?
I am lucky enough to have a bathtub, so that is the central focus on my skincare and self care. It's very important. So usually it's a warm, bubbly, and salt baths, and I make a lot of my own salt baths, and it's a good book and a glass of red wine and a mask, and usually I'm there 1 hour, and just it's relaxing. Self care is for me. It's very important, and of course you need to relax and you need to have some time for yourself.
I can imagine it. You in a bathtub and aromatherapy and dim lights.
Yes, yes, and candles and all the drill. Yeah, all the drill. Yeah, I tend to go a bit over the top, but
it's important that you enjoy.
Yes, exactly. And then for me it's that, but for others can be something else. Self-care can be so different for all of us. For some it's shopping, for some it's reading, for some it's walking in the forest. For me it's relaxing in a bathtub. So you just need to find your niche and your thing. That's why you need to try. You need to try everything, and for many people it's the nature. I do have a good relation with nature. Living in Finland, you cannot have that because we have so much forest. I do enjoy walking and stuff, but when it's cold, I don't like it. I rather have a warm bath.
I think that's a completely normal thing.
I know people that do enjoy it. It doesn't matter if it rains or if it's cold, that they want to be in the forest and they feel the nature maybe differently, but we are different and we all need to find what's relaxing for each one of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And regarding your skincare routine, do you do your skincare routine every day? Do you skip it sometimes, or do you
It's very, very rare that I skip it. It's usually if I go to sleep really late, but it happens maybe once a year. I almost never go to sleep without doing my routine. And in the mornings, maybe in the weekends, I do it just later because I tend to oversleep. So morning routine might happen in the afternoon, but still. And then what's very important for me is the sunscreen. I think everybody should at least use a minimum of 30 SPF.
Yeah.
That's the best you can do. Even if you want to keep it really, really simple, just cleanse your face and use a solar protector, and then in the evening cleanse again and use a cream. That would be like the minimum of the minimum. If you don't like it, and that takes 2 minutes. That doesn't take more than that. So,
do you have some tips and tricks you would like to share with us?
I would say that, like everything in life, you should be consistent. You can't expect that you use something and then after 2 uses it works or it doesn't work. You cannot be so fast in making a decision. I would say that be consistent and take care of yourself and be also moderate in everything. Moderation, I think, is key in everything. But tips and tricks, yeah, like that, but be consistent. Nothing else then.
You mentioned sunscreen.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, sunscreen. So you will never leave the house without screen. And even if you're inside, use sunscreen because if there's light outside, the light comes from the sun. So that makes our skin. And of course, skin cancer it's something very, very, very bad. So we don't want that. But I would say, yeah, be consistent. Clean your face 2 times per day, exfoliate, hydrate, and just don't imagine that things will happen over the night.
Yeah.
Be consistent and yeah.
And the magic will happen.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Great.
And also drink water. That's very important also. Drink water. I'm quite bad at that. I always forget doing it. But drinking water is very important. And of course, eating healthy. Eat your veggies. Eat your veggies. They are good for you.
Yeah, it's all combined. Like if you don't
Yes.
eat healthy, if you don't drink water, your skin cannot be
Exactly.
glowy and clean. And,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And moderation. I think moderation is key of everything because you cannot expect to be like really that every day you eat healthy or every day you do your skincare. But it is important that the bad habits are less than the good habits. Just keep on it. And if sometimes you eat a hamburger, it's okay. Tomorrow you can eat your salad again. So moderation.
Thank you so much for those deep words.
Yeah.
So Anna, I think that we covered all questions and topic of our skincare routines. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for sharing your opinion and tips. And we'll be in touch and talk to you soon.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It was very interesting and hope to hear from you soon again.
Bye.
Bye-bye.